You don't just dream impact, you implement systems. The systems that you put in place that carries that dream forward. Hey everybody, Dr. Martin Williams here. You know what I do? I help people discover, develop, and deploy themselves into the world and make sure they don't lose themselves on the way. When we start talking about the dreams of a king, what are we really getting at right now? And it's really about this question. Are you dreaming something that's big enough that shocks you, but you know inside it's already been done? It can be done. This is real. And this is my thing. This is the way I influence the world. Dreams are so important because dreams birth strategies. What did I say? Dreams birth strategies. The dream might be a little ethereal. It might be a little, can't wrap my mind around it. I can't pull it together. I can't give it structure at first. But that dream is the first thing you got to do. Because out of that dream, out of your dreams comes strategies, comes words, comes a pathway, becomes a runway to get to certain things, becomes levels and steps that actually work out better for you. What do I mean? A dream, if it's a really good dream, a dream without a plan is just potential with no path, with no plan, with no plot. You don't have to have that when you're dreaming. It comes later. It comes as you begin to adopt. It comes as you accept. It comes after you receive that dream is important for you to receive, for you to think about, for you to carry. Yes. True dreams demand systems. If it's a real dream, it's going to need a system. It's going to need a way to actually deploy itself to the world. In other words, in this great case, that is an amazing case, Joseph didn't just interpret Pharaoh's dream. Pharaoh is a king over Egypt, but Joseph is a king over his assignment. So Joseph didn't just interpret it, the dream, he implemented it. And in a lot of ways, you've been dreaming for years, but you never thought it was true. So you never put a plan around it. You never wrote down, this is what I need to do first. This is the platform. This is what it's called. This is how I put it together. These are the people I need to help me in areas where I'm not good at. I'm not the great at it, or it's in areas I don't want to do. You haven't done that yet because you have dismissed your dream. It's not gotten to the stage of platform and plan and strategy. Who, what, when do I need things, right? But that's what Joseph did that differentiated himself from you and I. Well, from you, from some people listening to me, right? But I've been planning since I was 12. Planning, thinking about my dream. How do I start it? How do I take it to the next level? What people should be involved in this? Who should I tell? Who shouldn't I tell? How do I strategize? How do I live my life? I had to decide at 12. In the world that I'm living in Jim Crow South Mississippi, the dream that I have, is it full of hate? It wasn't. Was it full of discrimination? It wasn't. It wasn't in me trying to control other people. In other words, I got it so deep, the first thing I decided was to not live my life by what was around me, but live by my dream I saw. And in the dream, I saw myself living with every human being on the planet in peace. That's what I saw. That's the dream. That's the dream I was given. And that's the dream I lived by. I refused to hate. I refused to talk about other races. I refused to talk about other religions, because the dream I had in my head and in my heart was something that's different. And that strategized my entire life, even to this day. Joseph built out of the king's dream. Joseph built, because remember, Joseph had a dream too. Won't get stuck there. He had a dream and he told his brothers his dream, which is what ended him up in Pharaoh's house. So this is an inception. This is a dream inside of a dream. that my dream is connected with other people's dreams. These plans come together in a miraculous way. Dreams inside of dreams. My dream is locked in your dream. Your dream is locked in my dream. Joseph put together an economic system for the entire country. Kingdom dreamers don't just talk about their dreams and the future. They create frameworks on which that dream can hang. They create backbones on which make that dream stand up. They create legs so that that dream can be carried out and walked out through life. Those patterns are all over the Bible. Those patterns are all over all the books that you see behind me. Doesn't matter whether they call themselves Christian or not. I don't. I call myself, I'm a kingdom citizen. I live in a kingdom in which Jesus is king. That's the biblical pattern. Noah had a dream about rain. God gave him a dream about rain, but he also gave him the pattern in which to build the ark. And believe me, my friend, that dream that's inside of you, there's also a plan. There's also a blueprint. There's also a process that you're going to be given to carry that out. I want you to accept the calling and the right to be a king of your own life. That's what we want. Abraham had a dream of nations, and then he built altars to make that nation come to pass. Nehemiah had a dream about rebuilding Jerusalem, and he built teams to make it happen. I'm more like a Nehemiah. Jesus had a dream about redemption, and then he built disciples. You have a dream for something. You have a dream for something that's inside of you. I'm here to shake you and wake that up and tell you that is the only reason that you are alive, because you're carrying an eternal dream. That there's going to be a process built around that dream that's going to change everything in your life. That's what's coming. So here's what I want you to think. If your dream doesn't require structure, it's not from heaven. It's all about hyperbole. It's not from heaven. It's not from God. But if your dream requires structure, it's an original dream given to you by Creator God. If it doesn't require structure, a path, or a way to do it, it's not from Him. But if you're thinking in your head, man, that dream is so huge, it's going to take structure, a team, a process, a brand, or whatever. Now you're on track. This is not hype. This is something that's real. So you don't just dream wealth, you design it. You don't just dream about being wealthy. Now you leave that dream and you figure out, who do I need to talk to plan my personal wealth, my family's wealth? You don't just dream ministry, you map it. What platform do you stand on? What do you really believe? What type of people are you called to build? You don't just dream impact, you implement systems. The systems that you put in place that carries that dream forward, and it goes up levels at each part of your life. I am a witness. I am not done creating the dream that I saw at 12. I'm still working on it. So how do I do it? What are the practical steps? What you really need to decide is document your dream, write it down, visualize it, name it, read my book, Dream, Desire, Decide, right? You want to adopt it, right? You want to document it. Then you want to develop a plan. Who, what, when, how. Who do I need to talk to that might help me develop what it sounds like, what the brand is? When do I launch it? How? How do I start to tell people about it? Is it social media? Is it phone calls? Is it masterminds? Is it just having lunch with a few people? I need to know how. And now discipline your energy, allocate time, allocate resources, your resources, and the people that you need to use to make this happen. That's your responsibility, right? So here's my question for you. What's one system you could build this week to move your dream forward? What's one system you could build this week to move your dream forward? Even a small system, even if it's just a little bitty minute thing that you think, but it's one small system to prove that you believe what you saw. Prove that you believe what you saw by doing something now. Kings plan intentionally because dreams become systems. That's how it works. Subscribe and go ahead and watch the next video.